Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Zedlo's Kitchen. Today, we are making a potato and meat lasagna, kind of. So, let's get to cooking. First off, I'm going to peel my potatoes. I have two, and I'm going to peel them, and then we're going to use the mandolin. If you don't have one, that's okay. You could just chop them up, but we want these like a little bit thick, but we're just going to use the mandolin and just get all the potatoes done. Then we're going to season them with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, and oil. And then we're going to toss them up. Make sure everything is nice and seasoned and delicious. If you want to add more seasoning, go for it. But the reason why I don't is because we are adding ground beef, and we're going to season the ground beef as well. And it's just going to be so delicious and fun. You know, we're going to mix it up real good, get everything nice and coated in the oil because we are going to layer these in a pan. You could use a bigger dish. I didn't have one, so I'm using what I got. But go ahead, layer your first row of potatoes. You want the bottom to be completely covered with the potatoes, and the oil is going to help it not stick to the pan. So we're really going to make sure that the potatoes are fully covering the pan. Then we're going to let that sit to the side, and we're going to work on our ground beef. We are going to make almost like a meatloaf mixture, if you will. It's going to be ground beef, our seasonings, salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder. We're going to add in some onion and garlic. You could do whatever you want here. You can add in whatever kind of seasonings you like. It's all up to you. This is just what I'm doing because this is how I usually make meatloaf. But we're seasoning it with garlic powder, onion powder, pepper, salt. Now we're setting that to the side and chopping our onions. And we're going to get the onions all nice and diced up. I used about a half an onion here. You can use more, you could use less. It's completely up to you. I just want to make sure that the onions are nice and small. That way they cook evenly and they cook to make sure that, they're done. And you don't want some raw onion in your little lasagna. After that, we're going to move on to the garlic. Just making sure that all the onion is good. Placing that into the bowl. For the garlic now, you could use as many cloves as you want. I'm using about 5. You can use more. You could use less. I'm a garlic person, so I'm always going to use more garlic than it says. But you do you. You could even use the minced garlic already in the jar. Up to you. I like using fresh, but I also use the minced garlic as well. So that is completely up to you. Just going to put that in the bowl as well. Then I'm going to crack an egg into the bowl. Like I said, it's like we're making it like a meatloaf mixture. But it's not really going to be meatloaf. Then we got I'm using panko breadcrumbs because I did not have Italian breadcrumbs. You can use whatever kind of breadcrumbs you want. Adding in some Colby Jack cheese. You could leave this part out. Sometimes I put Parmesan cheese, but today I had Colby Jack, so that's what I'm doing. So, going to use our hands. We're going to get really good in there. You want this mixture nice and mixed. Nice and mixed. You don't want any onion bits laying around. You want to make sure everything is nice and incorporated. You just really want this to have enough flavor and not skimping out on everything. So I mix this for about a minute. Then, as we get to our layered potatoes, I'm stuffing the meat on top of the potatoes. That way, we could put more potatoes on. Then, we're going to do another layer of meat. Get all that meat in there. Layer it as much as you can. It's completely up to you. And then, on the top row, with our leftover potatoes, we are going to put another layer. and then we're going to let this bake. We're going to let this bake. I'm doing 375 degrees. That's what it looks like. It's not done yet, but we're going to put some cheese on it because we're going to want to let the cheese melt and, melt over it very nicely. In the meantime, as this cooks, I do chop up some scallions, some green onion. You could even have like a side dish of sour cream ready. But that is what it looks like all done. It looks so delicious, and I was ready to dig in. I'm going to show you exactly what it looks like. I chopped up some avocado too because I was in the mood for avocado. But does that not look delicious? Mine kind of fell apart, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm still going to eat it anyway. But so delicious. And now we're going to try it, and just the taste, you get the taste of the potatoes, you get the taste of the meat, you got the onion, the garlic. It's delicious. I recommend this recipe to all of you. It's simple, it's easy, and you could do so much with it because you could season the potatoes and the ground meat however you want. You could use turkey, you could use chicken. It's all up to you. You could even use ground pork. But that's it. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remember to be the best you can be, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!